Hey, welcome all. In this video, you'll see two more DCA strategies and its ROI for 9 years. Like I did before, I'll plot these two strategies in this matrix. If you haven't watched my first video where I covered these three strategies, I have the link on the top right. For starters, we are aiming to find strategies that are most profitable with least effort, right? I'm going to plot them in this matrix, right? There is a low effort, high return, high effort, high return, low effort, low return, and high effort, low return, right? We are aiming for this quadrant, which is low effort and high return. And then we are comparing 24 strategies. Okay, let's get started. Now we'll cover two RSI strategies. What's an RSI anyway? So here is a 101. RSI is a momentum indicator that tells you how quickly, how much is the asset price changing over a period of time, right? Usually that's 14 periods, but you can change if needed. Now that's measured over a scale of 0 to 100, and anything below 30 is considered oversold and beyond 70 is overbought. Now we'll do a calculation, but before that, let's look at the example. On the chart above, you see a quick positive price action period over period, right? For a period of about 30 days, right? So you see the RSI jumping up from about 40 to all the way beyond 70. So this is my 70 threshold. So all this period when it's beyond 70 is when your asset is overbought. So usually you should avoid purchasing when the RSI is above 70, right? And then when it's below 30, it could be a great opportunity to purchase a position, right? Which is here. You see a huge drop in the price action, right? And then the RSI is below 30. Now let's leave at that and go back to the calculation. RSI is calculated using the average gain during the up periods and then the average loss during the down periods, okay? Now let's run through some numbers. If the average gain is $10 and the average loss is exactly the same, my RSI is 50, right? So that indicates a neutral condition. Similarly, let's say I have a gain of $1,000, right? And then a loss of $1,000 over the 14 period interval, still my RSI is 50, right? So again, it's neutral. Now let's say the gain is $50 and then the loss is $10. So here my RSI is 83. Right, so remember, anything above 70 is considered overbought. Now my asset is overvalued, so which could be somewhere here, right? And then when my gain is $10 and loss is $50, right? If you run through this calculation, you get RSI as 17, which is oversold condition, right? Could be somewhere here, right? So that's probably a great time to buy in. That's all about RSI. Let's move on. So here is our fourth strategy in the series, which is to buy when RSI is less than 30, right? Or when the asset is undervalued. Now with this strategy, the total ROI for 9 years is 1475% and the annualized ROI is 36%, which is quite similar to previous strategies we covered, like daily, monthly, for example. Now from a yearly perspective, we covered the yearly wave patterns in the previous video. Strongly recommend if you haven't watched it. But what you see here is during the bearish years, you have more opportunities to buy, right? So 2014, 2018 and 2022, you have about more than 20 opportunities to buy. But during the bullish years, 2016, 17, 2020, 21, right? You have single digit opportunities, right? So what I'm trying to show is with RSI, you spend much less effort dollar cost averaging, right? Because you can wait for the time and then just buy it, right? You can create maybe triggers on TradingView, or there are tools to do that, right? And then once you receive the notification, you can just go ahead and buy it. And where does it fit in our matrix? This is the matrix from previous video where we compared three strategies, daily, monthly and bi-weekly, and we saw the clear winner is either bi-weekly or monthly based on your paycheck frequency. Now let's see where does the RSI fits in. So it's just below the bi-weekly and monthly, meaning the ROI for the 9 years is slightly less than the bi-weekly and monthly strategies. And the effort is somewhere in between bi-weekly and monthly, right? So is it better than bi-weekly and monthly? I don't think so. I'll still go ahead with the bi-weekly and monthly. Okay, let's move to the strategy number 5. So this strategy is quite similar to the previous one. Here we are looking for extremely undervalued condition. Okay, that is when RSI is less than 25. Now the total ROI is slightly better than the previous strategy, and the annualized ROI is quite similar, right? And from a yearly performance perspective, the pattern is quite similar. During the bearish years, you see lot more number of buys, and then during the bullish years, you see very few opportunities, because the asset is hardly undervalued during the bullish years. And where does it fit in the matrix? Let's go back. So this is where our RSI 30 strategy is, right? Now our RSI 25 strategy is the clear winner, among the 5 strategies that we have seen so far. RSI 25 is where we get better ROI with least effort, right? It's a clear winner so far. Now remember, we just covered 5 strategies. I have 19 more. I would like to cover all the 24 in the next videos. So our RSI 25 is the winner only for a while, okay? Now let's wrap up. The winner from previous video is daily and monthly, which is number 11 and number 10. And now, out of all the 5 strategies we covered, the clear winner is RSI below 25, right? Which is strategy number 2. We'll know the final winner after 4 more videos. So stay tuned for that. The only takeaway from today's video is stop doing DCA on a regular interval, like daily, bi-weekly or monthly. It's not really worth it, right? Because why do you want to do it, when there is a strategy that gives you better ROI with less effort? So wait for RSI to drop below 25 and then just go ahead and buy it. That's it for today, folks. Make sure you subscribe and click on the notification button to avoid missing all these future strategies I'm going to cover.